What's up, YouTube? MS1914 here. Today I'm doing this is actually a second look. This was the very first gun I tested on this channel, and here you go. Check this thing out. This is a Micromite 22 Magnum revolver. Now this thing is pretty cool. It has let me show you how to do this here. It has a 5-shot cylinder, and like I said, it is 22 Magnum. Now to load it, you have to put the cylinder in, and you have your rod here. You have to actually remove that and pull the hammer back just a little bit, get this in there. It's kind of finicky. This thing is cool, guys. It's like something you could just really put in your, you could actually put this in your little bitty, I don't know what it's called, watch pocket or whatever, in your jeans. And it looks kind of cool like that because the handle sticks out, and it kind of looks like one of those knives I've been seeing lately with the curved handle on them. The first time I shot this thing, I was like, what in the world is going on? Like, I mean, obviously the barrel is so tiny. It has a barrel just over an inch long, and the overall length of the gun is over 4 inches, I think like 4 7/8, so it's right at 5 inches long. And the weight on this is 6.3 ounces, and that's unloaded, I believe. Of course, the 22 Magnums don't weigh very much. The first time I shot it, I was like, I'm not even hitting anywhere near what I'm aiming at. But then I realized the gun is shooting way off to the side. I think it was to the right side. And once I adjusted for that, I mean, the thing was accurate, I mean, after that. But like I've heard Hickok 45 say, pretty much every gun is more accurate than we are as humans. But I guess it's just a matter of figuring out where it's shooting and holding the right way. But yeah, this thing is made in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. I don't even know if they're still around anymore. It has kind of like a dull finish to it, like a matte finish, I guess. And the handles are made out of some kind of plastic, I guess. I'm not real sure what that's made out of. But yeah, this thing, I mean, it'd be easy to lose this little gun. That's one side of it that's not good. You could lose this thing. As much as I've lost pocket knives and things like that, if you were just going to carry this in your pocket, man, I'd be scared I'd lose it. And another thing too, look how easy it'd be to have that thing pointing at you, you know. It's pointing safe, and then that fast it's not. I mean, it's such a short sight radius. I mean, you're in the danger zone right off the bat, so you got to be careful with these little things. I mean, 22 Magnum, I wouldn't want to get shot with anything at all, but I mean, a 22 Magnum's not messing around, especially at close range. And it's kind of a knockoff of some of your more expensive Derringers or tiny revolvers, whatever you want to call them. But I mean, it seems to work good. And like I said, once I figured out where it was shooting, I mean, didn't have any problems with it. It's extremely loud too. I mean, for such a small, because of the barrel length and, you know, 22 Magnum round coming out of there, it's pretty loud. So I mean, even with hearing protection, I shoot with hearing protection no matter what, and even with that, I mean, it's pretty loud, you can tell. And not much recoil, just a little tiny kick to it. But I just thought it's a neat little gun, you know. Could be a backup if you have, because I like to carry two, you know. I'll have my whatever I'm carrying, and then I'll have like a little backup 380 or something. And I mean, you could even put this, like I said, to be your backup if you wanted to go that far. And you know, worst case scenario, 5 shots of 22 Magnum. I mean, it's better than a hard stare. So like I said, I wouldn't want to get shot with it. And I actually read a story in a magazine a few years back. I'm not sure what publication it was, but it was about a man who was walking to, I believe, work, and the place he lived in was kind of a rough area. And he said, you know, he always carried, and it was wintertime, so he had layers and layers of clothes on. So he said he had his carry gun on his side, but he had like a sweatshirt and on top of his regular shirt, and then like a big winter coat and zipped up. Well, because of that, he ended up having one of these. He put it in the side pocket of his winter coat, you know, right there where he could grab it. And he said he was walking down the street, and I think it was two guys. One of them got his attention from the front, like to say, hey, you know, excuse me or whatever, and got his attention. Well, at that time, a guy like jumps out from behind wherever they were at, walking down the street or whatever, and the guy grabs him, and they immediately start hitting him. I mean, just pummeling him, and they're trying to strong arm rob him. And he said, you know, he's trying to cover himself up and get in defensive mode and do all this, and he can't reach his carry gun. It's under his whatever he's wearing at the time. So he said, I just immediately reached in my side pocket and was able to get this gun out and started putting shots on target. And I know he ended up hitting the one guy. I think the other guy fled or whatever. And I don't know if the guy died or not. I'm not sure what happened in that. But anyway, he was able to stop the attack. The most important thing, he stopped the attack before it got any worse, and he defended himself. And I remember him saying if he hadn't had this, he don't know what would have happened, because these guys were, at this point, had the advantage. They had him, you know, down, kicking and punching him. And, you know, at that point, guys, it's every man for himself. And my motto, as you guys know, is stay safe and stay armed. And, you know, that's what's going to happen. If somebody ever comes at me and I feel my life's endangered or my family's life's endangered, they're going to take the room temperature challenge, as I've heard them say. So anyway, guys, I wanted to just hit this gun again, touch base on it, and just kind of be nostalgic for a little bit and get this thing out and shoot it and make another video for you guys. I'm trying to keep the videos coming. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I want to get the content out for y'all. And in the description, I'll leave all the links to my social media, everything, you know, the Instagram, all that stuff on there. Guys, if you want to follow me, consider being a patron. I'd really appreciate it. It'd mean the world to me. I'm going to leave links to my podcast. That's going to be a new thing. I'm starting a new channel that's completely separate from this. It's about the podcast. And I mean, I may talk about the podcast on here, but like I said, I'm doing a whole new thing. So I'll leave links to that if you guys are interested. And as always, guys, God bless you. God bless America. I love each and every one of you. Stay safe and stay armed.